So today we are diving deep into some really concentrated material. We're looking at 1 John 4, verses 1 through 12.
Right.
And it feels like this passage gives us two things at once. A practical guide for spiritual awareness, I guess, and then this just stunning definition of what it's all for.
That's exactly it. It's a dual mandate. First, you get the mechanics of discernment, like how do you actually test the spirits?
Mm-hmm.
And then second, you see that all that is intrinsically tied to understanding and actively practicing divine love. The two are completely connected.
Okay, so let's start where the text starts, with this sense of urgency. It opens with a really critical warning. Beloved, do not believe every spirit, but test the spirits.
Yeah, and it tells you why. Because many false prophets have gone out into the world.
So if we're supposed to be these detectives of truth, what's the specific test? What are we looking for?
Well, it gives an incredibly specific litmus test. It says the Spirit of God is recognized by one thing: the confession that Jesus Christ has come in the flesh.
And anything that denies that specific reality
Is identified as the spirit of the Antichrist. It's very black and white.
But why that specific phrase? Why come in the flesh? That seems so particular.
It is, and that's because it was targeting, a very specific problem at the time. There were these early Gnostic-like ideas floating around that tried to separate the divine Christ from the human Jesus. So this test forces the issue. It says spiritual truth has to be grounded in the physical reality of the incarnation. God actually entered our world in a body.
But then, right after that warning, the text gives this incredible assurance. It says, believers have overcome them because he who is in you is greater than he who is in the world.
Right.
So if victory is already guaranteed, why do we still need to do all this testing? Doesn't that kind of remove the urgency?
That's a great question. The discernment is still necessary because the guarantee of victory doesn't mean error just disappears.
Mm-hmm.
The assurance gives you the power, that greater one, to apply the test and stand firm. It guarantees the outcome of the fight, not the absence of the fight itself.
Got it. Okay, so belief in the real incarnate Jesus is the check point. How does that connect to the second part, to this idea of active love?
Well, this is where the whole structure just pivots.
Yeah.
We go from testing what someone believes to this core declaration. Love is from God. And if you love, you are born of God and know God.
That's the core definition. The key verse says, anyone who does not love does not know God, because God is love.
Exactly. Your knowledge of God isn't just some abstract idea, it's visible. It's about how you treat other people.
And the source goes on to detail how this love was made visible, right?
Yeah.
God sent his son into the world so we could live through him. That's the proof.
Yes, and this is where we have to get really clear on the kind of love we're talking about. The reflection notes point out that love isn't defined by our effort toward God. It's defined by him loving us first.
And sending his son to be the propitiation for our sins. That's a heavy theological word, propitiation. What does that mean in simple terms?
It just means he did what was necessary to fix a broken relationship. He satisfied the demands of justice so that we could be reconciled. It's a divine action.
So he didn't just give an instruction.
No, he proved it. And what's fascinating is the timing. God commands love, and then centuries later, the sources guess maybe 1,500 years, he demonstrates it himself. It's like a leader showing the way through costly personal action.
And that action demands a response from us. The text draws a straight line. Since God loved us that much, we also ought to love one another. That seems like an impossible standard.
It does. But the idea isn't that our love has to be a flawless imitation. The text suggests that the divine love that started it all is what enables our love. Ours is a reflection.
And that leads to the final point, which is just remarkable. No one has ever seen God, but if we love one another, God abides in us, and his love is perfected in us.
And that word perfected is so important. It's not about us becoming flawless. It's about his love reaching its goal, its completion, through our actions.
So our love for each other actually makes the invisible God visible.
That's the idea.
Okay, so if we boil this all down, real discernment is based on the truth of Jesus, and the truest application of that truth is demonstrated complete love for others.
Exactly, which leaves you with a really practical question to think about. How does realizing that God's love came first, as this costly sacrificial act for you, change how you choose to love someone today? Especially, someone who might be difficult or someone who's done nothing to deserve it.